Hey everybody, it's Mike from Get Your Rock On. I'm sat here at Hammerfest with Defy All Reason. How you guys doing?
Hello, yeah, good.
Tired.
Good.
Yeah.
In need of a beer, but yeah, we're good. We're
Sweaty.
good.
You literally just got off the stage. How do you think it went?
I think it went okay.
Yeah,
we enjoyed it.
Good crowd reaction, stuff like that. So.
We enjoyed it. We jump around like fools when we first start the set, and then we
try and carry it on.
We try and carry it on, but that's the hardest part. But no, it's great because whenever you come to events like this, everyone gets behind the bands. You know, whether you're known or whether you're not, people are there, they support you. It's just a great atmosphere. It really is.
Yeah.
You mentioned on stage this was your first Hammerfest.
It is. Yeah, it is. Which is shameful, really, because we are Welsh. But no, it is, and we hope we can do a few more. We hope we can come back and do a few more because it's a fantastic setup. It's great. It really is.
And you getting to the stage where it was getting quite full with the crowd, and do you think you made quite a few new fans?
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. I mean,
we'll see how the CD sales were tomorrow.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where we come to a gig and we always say if we can impress one or two, then we've done well, because there's so many great bands out there and everyone's got so many different kind of tastes, and you never know who you're going to kind of pull on your side from playing. But hopefully we get a good response and we pick up a few new followers, which is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Now you guys have your EP out called Every Second Counts. First of all, where can our readers access that?
iTunes, SoundCloud. We've got online store for hard copies if you wanted them. And Amazon Music as well, I think, and Spotify, so all the usual sort of places to find it.
All the usual haunts. You can download it, you can have a hard copy. Everything's basically on our website, Facebook pages, all the links are there. So if anyone wants to go on, all they got to do is type in Defy All Reason, we pop up all over the place.
Yeah.
So you'll find it. You'll find it everywhere. Yeah.
And you guys got plans for a full album in the future?
We're working on it at the moment. Actually, we've started laying down the drums, hit a few technical glitches, so we've got to spend a bit longer on that, but yeah, it's hopefully going to be ready for release around June sort of time.
Crossed.
Yeah,
we'll get
try
the drums,
and release a single beforehand.
We'll get the drums tracked. Yeah, we're going to hopefully release a single off the album prior to release, so people can get a flavour of what it's all about, and then
maybe stick up a few demo songs and stuff as well for people, just to keep everyone happy and interested. Really.
We think the album is going to be a lot different to the EP in terms of, because we found our sound now in terms of what we're trying to achieve, and I think the album is going to give everyone a deeper reflection of what we are.
It's a bit more heavier edge with a couple of songs as well in there.
It is. Well, we kind of try and cater for a lot of different kind of styles because we've got so many sort of styles in the band, but I think we've kind of zoned in on ours now, so we'll see how we get on.
I was going to ask you on terms of style, it seems like you have a real southern rock kind of influence as well. What made you decide to take that route? And I'd like you to expand on what you were saying about all the various influences within the band, how it all comes together.
It's probably my fault, is it?
Blackstone Cherry, don't we? You got me into them. And as much as people hate to hear it, Nickelback as well. We've got
I love Nickelback, and people give them so much grief. So I have to be careful when I say it because people are like, "Oh, who do you like?" And I'm thinking to myself, "Right, well, you like Nickelback or not?" So I'm trying to think of who do I say.
Obviously, now everyone hates them, so really, it's like blasé to hate them. So liking them is actually going against the grain nowadays.
Yeah, and I think I'm partly to blame for the initial style of the band because the way I sing is quite unique in terms of what I do. I'm a big fan of the old school stuff, ZZ Top, Skynyrd's. I go into all that Cream and all that kind of roots, and it's kind of just pulling it all through. Then we've kind of got the classic rock side, Guns N' Roses. There's a bit of Motley Crue in there, Def Leppard.
I'm into a lot of pop punk as well. Blink-182's, Newfound Glories, bands like that. So it's
so when we get in the
I play in a bit of that.
Yeah, and when we get in the practice room, we kind of bring it all together. So we got an idea for a song. It always goes out in terms of the southern style because that's what we actually are. But you can kind of hear certain aspects of influences in the songs. Bon Jovi's one that we keep getting compared to, isn't it? Which I've never heard.
I think that's with the soft songs in your voice.
Maybe. But I never once thought of writing songs and thinking we sound like Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
But
apart from the cover we do.
Yeah, apart from the cover one. Which is why we did it. Because people were like, you sound like Bon Jovi. So thought, right, we'll do a cover then. Yeah. And we'll cover it.
That was the Highway to Hell thing where you have to do a cover in your own style. So it just came up with the idea of Wanted Dead or Alive, but with that southern rock, like thick, heavy sound to it.
To give it our sound, so it's Bon Jovi but not Bon Jovi.
It did sound quite unique, so you guys seem to have done it.
Yeah, great. No, we enjoy playing it. We do enjoy playing it.
quite fun, yeah.
It's always nice to hear people sing the song back.
It's a crowd pleaser, isn't it? It's a guilty pleasure for people that don't like Bon Jovi as well. So
And anyone who's anyone knows the song.
With Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
It's like,
But I won't play Bryan Adams.
yeah, we've done it, but
That's just a bridge too far, is it?
It is. Yeah. You can edit that out. I won't do that.
yeah.
Is there a danger when you do a song like that? Where, I mean, have you ever had a gig where you play a song that maybe not everyone is into, and then the fans kind of turn on you a little bit because of that?
We've not had fans turn on us, but we've played many songs that people have kind of gone, you know.
It's finished, right?
Yeah, we've realised that, okay, we'll drop that one next time. You know, we won't play that. We've had a few of them, but I think
Any particularly good example?
we did The Darkness. We did a Darkness cover, didn't we?
You wanted me to sing it.
Oh my god, and there's no way, I've got this really rough gravelly voice and there's no way I'm getting up to that falsetto note, and he can do it quite well, so we practiced it and he was like, I'll sing it. Great. We got up on stage, he was like, I'm not singing it tonight. And I was like, oh, I'll have a go then.
Because it wasn't that busy. If it's busy, I don't bottle it. I get more nervous when there's a small crowd.
So I think,
especially when it's people you know.
I think we got a round of applause just out of sympathy, which was always good, you know. But you can't get any worse than that. So we swiftly moved on.
Yeah.
But hence you discovered that he can hit high notes on the album.
It's very useful because then when we're doing harmonies and we're doing backing vocals, I know he can get there. So there's no excuse.
Now and then.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's important, you know, for any heavy rock band to remember the significance of blues music, you know, very into the southern rock thing? Do you think it's important that fans remember where all this kind of comes from? Do you think it's kind of lost these days?
Yeah, I say it is and it isn't. For me, I mean, when I started learning the guitar, I'd only known of the bands that were commercial, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Def Leppard. That's kind of what I knew. It wasn't until someone gave me a Cream CD and they said, listen to this. And I listened to it, and then that took me into Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then it kind of opened up a whole new world. And I mean, I didn't even know who Jimi Hendrix was until I walked into a music store when I was 12, and someone was playing it, and I was like, what's this? You know, and you can hear a lot of the old school bands in the new bands. What they've done is they've just kind of put their spin on things, and it really works. And you know, when people come to me and say, listen, you know, who do you listen to? What's your influences? I say, well, go out there and find your own. You know, everyone's got their own kind of unique sound. They listen for something, and I said, listen, go out, listen to it, and if it moves you and you feel that it's got that edge, then that's what you're after. For me, it's very much the old school stuff. That's where everything comes from for me.
Probably a bit more modern stuff for me, really. I haven't got the best catalogue of music, but main thing for me, Gav brings out sometimes, oh, you know, check this out, check that out. Oh, right, great, and it sounds good. Or even other people have gone, oh, check this band out, and I'm like, why have I never listened to these before? You know, or like, I've heard a couple of songs, but only the commercial songs, and you listen to like Skinner, like the new stuff of Skinner is fantastic. It's, you know, I've actually used that as influences now for myself when I'm trying to write songs. So it's just whenever I discover something new and I go, oh, that's nice. So I'll just use that as, right, okay, sort of basis then for writing.
I think it's always useful never to kind of say no to listening to a band, even if you've never heard them before, but you never know what's going to be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really sort of say Bruce Springsteen is an influence on me, but I love the guy. And I'll listen to him all day, every day. I don't take anything out of his music into ours because it doesn't fit, but I can appreciate the music. And it goes for anything. I think, you know, I always say to people, listen, you've got to go out and listen to as many bands as possible because you'll always find new bands behind that band. And that's what these emerging bands are all about. And I think it's important to do that.
Right, well, unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap this up, but you guys have been a good interview. You've been very talkative, so I appreciate that. Do you have a message right into the camera for all our readers that Get Your Rock Out?
Just thank you so much for supporting us so far. There's more to come, and we appreciate everyone's kind of support, and we'll see you on the road this year.
Yeah.
Defy all reason. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.